I know I haven't made a video in a while and I'm sorry about that, but today I'm bringing you an update on all my aquariums as of basically the end of April 2018. So we're going to start off with my 55-gallon community tank. This has a whole bunch of community fish, as you can see right here. We have angelfish, there's even a baller shark in there, glowfish, there's a Siamese algae eater, platies, guppies, no guppies, just platies, some mollies, some cherry barbs, there's a bristlenose pleco in there, and then there's also 2 cories, and probably some snails around there somewhere. Pretty basic setup with the Aquarium filter and the heater. I do like this tank a lot just because of the pure amount of fish that are in here. There's always action in this tank, as you can see. And it's a really awesome tank. I love this tank a lot. Not much really to update here though. Just a pretty basic community aquarium. Next, let's go on to the goldfish. So here's my 29-gallon goldfish tank. These guys are due for an upgrade. I would like to get these into a pond sooner than later. But they are doing great in here. I just do a lot of water changes, and they're doing really good. They seem really happy. I would like to get them a new tank soon, though. There's also a Hillstream loach in there who's also doing amazing. But now let's go check out some cichlids. Right here's my cichlid tank. The cichlids have actually grown a lot. They're getting really big, and by really big, I mean like 2 inches. But there is a little more aggression. You know, when cichlids get bigger, they do get more aggressive. But so far, no ripped fins. They all seem to be doing really good. I think there's 9 or 10 in here. They're all doing really, really well. There's also a pleco back there, bristlenose pleco, which you can't really see him. He's back there. He's doing good. So this tank, not much to update. Everything's doing pretty good over here. The live plants have done really good. This plant has kind of started to die back. No idea what's up with that. I've been dosing fertilizer. No clue. That plant's just kind of dying on me. The Anubias is still going strong. I actually trimmed some off, and you can already see there's some new growth. Here's my breeding for profit tank covered in algae. There's only 3 fish in it right now. And those are my new breeding for profit guppies. Basically, I do need to get another female in here because I have 2 males with 1 female. I have seen fry in here, but they did, I think, all get eaten because I haven't seen any more. And we have tons of shrimp going on right here. I just fed them an algae wafer. So past all that algae is tons of shrimp. So I'm getting ready to bring some of these in for some store credit. There's also a lot of snails in there I feed to my puffer. And then here is another algae-filled tank with some baby fish. These guys are also going to be brought in to sell soon. There's also a orange lobster in there that I'm getting ready to move to a tank. He just needs to be a little bit bigger before he gets eaten. I've tried to put him in the tank, but the angelfish just kept attacking him. Also, in this tank, this was basically my grow-out tank before I brought these fish in to sell. Well, the platies in here had babies, so there's a little baby platy right there. Let me focus on him. So there's a baby platy back there, and there's a few of them around in here. I didn't even want them there, but you know, more fish. So my plan was to take down this tank. Once I sold all these fish, but now there's baby fish, so that's going to be a lot more difficult. We're just going to see how much longer I have this tank up for. But not much to update here other than the baby fish. The globe aquarium with the betta fish is doing great. Right there, I do need to add a little bit more water to this tank because it does evaporate pretty fast, but the fish is doing absolutely amazing right there, as well as the shrimp and the plants. So not much to update here, just healthy plant growth, and the fish is doing great. My big fancy goldfish, they're all doing good right here. I do have 5 fancy goldfish in here. Little overstocked, but I do have a good canister filter on this tank, so I think we're good to go for a while at least. With the Blackmore, the 3 calico ones, and then just the standard orange one, so there they all are. Their tank's doing great. There's also a few Nereid snails in there just to keep the tank clean. Not much to update other than they're growing and doing great. Here's my pea puffer tank with my little pea puffer right there. There's also 1 Otocinclus in there. All the other ones I had in here died except for 1, so I guess just 1. And then I do have this weird algae issue down here. As you can see, his substrate is, no matter how many times I vacuum it, is always dirty with all that junk right there. Big clumps of algae. Don't really know what it's all about, but it is what it is. I try to keep it clean when I do water changes. Now let's go ahead and check on the fiddler crabs. This tank, I have nothing much to update other than 1 crab did die, so we're down to 2 crabs and 1 snail. I don't like this tank very much anymore. It was kind of just something I set up for fun, and it's not very fun. The crabs never move. They just kind of do their little crab thing. So what I think I'm going to do with this tank is I'm going to try to take it down and somehow relocate the crabs into another just fish tank that they have a place to get out of the water. I don't know. I'll see what I feel like, but I don't think I'm going to be keeping this tank for too much longer. Here is my saltwater tank, which I've had some issues with. All 4 fish that I've had for a while, they're doing pretty good. I'll go through the fish in a minute. But all of my invertebrate in this aquarium die, and I have tons of algae, as you can see, all the algae. but I'm having issues with all my inverts dying. Snails die. Hermit crabs die. Coral die. Shrimp die. Everything dies except the fish. No idea why. I've been working with my local fish store. All my levels are great, except for they're all dying except my fish. So still working on that. If anyone has any tips on that, just leave them down below. I really need them. I have the bicolor dotty back in here, the normal Ocellaris clownfish, the damsel, and a new black Calarchy clownfish. So this was sold to me as a black Ocellaris clownfish, but on, a little more investigation, it's actually a black Calarchy clownfish, which the only difference is that this guy looks a little bit different and he might outgrow my tank in a few years. Once he outgrows the tank, I'll just, trade him into the pet store. I'm not super worried about him. Super cool fish, though, to have in the meantime, and as long as he grows slow, he should be in here for a long time. But saltwater tank doing good, except for my inverts dying. Really need help with that. My turtle tank is doing great. There's the 2 rosy red minnows, and then my red-eared slider baby turtle is right there, hiding in his plant. His favorite food is the Tetra Reptomin right here. I have this little 3-in-1 feeding thingy. He loves the shrimp, he loves the pellets, and he loves the, whatever, krill I think it is. He absolutely hates this Zoo Med stuff, this aquatic turtle food for hatchling formula. He never eats that, no matter how hard I try. And he also hates eating lettuce. He won't eat lettuce, he won't eat vegetables. I'm still struggling with that. So I am down to just 2 minnows right now, and a happy turtle. So that's pretty much it for this tank. Turtle's doing great. The basking spot, he loves it up there. He loves his heat lamp. He loves everything about this tank. He's a really happy turtle. Sorry that he's hiding right now. Normally he's out swimming around, but, I guess he just feels a little threatened right now. But he's doing really good, and he's a very fun addition to my bedroom. Now let's go ahead and check out some more fish. The corner aquarium's doing great. I actually have a new fish for this tank that could be a little bit iffy to put in this tank. I'll give you a hint. It's a cichlid, and it's going in this tropical aquarium. We're going to see how it turns out. It's in quarantine right now. You guys will not know about that fish for a while, actually. But all the little tropical fish in here are doing good. The glowfish little shark thing, the glowfish danios, the mollies, the tetras, the guppies. They're all doing great in here, as well as the live plants. They're doing really good. The Anubias down there and that whatever plant in the back, they're doing really good. So, no update here, just some happy fish. The tetras are doing good, and the beta tank, there's my other beta right there, and the fluval chi, they're doing really good, and my big Anubias right here is doing pretty good too. Just got some algae on there. The cherry shrimp are also doing really good, so not much to update here. The fish in our kitchen behind this bamboo right here, they're doing really good as well. I am trying to get a new fish for this aquarium, a glowfish shark. It's a blue glowfish shark, which they don't have yet, but they are coming out with them very soon, and I'm going to try to find a very, very small one that I can raise up in this aquarium until I move it to my bigger tank, just to have a nice little random pop of color in here. This is a pretty plain themed aquarium, so I think a blue shark in there is going to look awesome. If I find one that's not small enough to go in here, because this tank is pretty small for an adult shark, obviously it's not going to be in here its whole life. I just kind of wanted to raise it up in here. If that doesn't happen to work out, then I'll probably still get the blue shark for, like, a tank in my room or something. I want a blue shark. They look super cool. I have the purple glowfish shark like you saw in my other tank. I want a blue one. But the fish in here are doing great. The tetras, the platies, there's an angelfish in there somewhere right back there. A swordtail right there, and there's also my female beta, or female betta, whatever you want to call them. She is back there with the angelfish. They're doing great. No aggression in this tank, which is really nice. I really thought between the female beta and the angelfish we'd have issues, but we don't, so that's amazing. Now on to the outdoor ponds. We had an issue with raccoons getting into this pond, so I have no fish in this pond currently, and I'm really just waiting for something to keep the raccoons out. I have a screen design that I'm thinking of putting over here that will keep them out, so that's a process in the works right now. There's no fish in here. I'm planning to make this a tropical fish breeding tank, but right over here, I have a 10-gallon tank that's run off the same air pump as the pond right next to it, and this is just housing 2 fancy goldfish right here. In the meantime, there's one of them, I don't know where the other one is. In the meantime, while raccoons can't get to them because there's the lid, there's a little sponge filter thingy I made in there. These guys are doing great until they can get into the 40-gallon pond, but for now they're in here where they can't be attacked by raccoons. So last but not least, here is the koi pond right here. As you can see, a ton of action going on in this pond. They have gotten a lot more friendly and comfortable with people. As you can see, they're out swimming around. We have a few small comet goldfish in here, as well as the 3 koi, and they're doing really, really well in here. They're eating, they're having a great time in here. I do want to get a bigger in-ground pond eventually for these guys, but this 120, 110, whatever size this pond was, is perfect for them until they get a little bit bigger. So they're doing really amazing. The only issue is that about 2 days after I made my last update video on this pond, my favorite golden koi fish, it was like that yellow one down there but way more orange, jumped out of the pond and actually ended up dying because I didn't find it until a few days later. It actually jumped out back there and dried up back there, and that's where I found it after realizing he was missing. But the other koi are doing really great. As you can see, there's the yellow one right up front, and then the other two, I don't know where they are right now. They were out. But that is pretty much it for this video. Everything so far is doing pretty good, except for my saltwater tank, which I was talking about, the inverts. If you have any tips on that, leave them down below. But other than that, all my fish are doing great. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.